I'm in the mood for some Broadboys podcast.
Well, you're in luck, Micah, because season 2 of the Broadboys podcast is here. It's been over a year since we've done the podcast, since episode 1, a bit over a year at this point. But we haven't posted in quite a bit. If you know, there's 52 weeks in a year, and this is episode 36,
Woo!
I believe. So honestly, not too bad. That's over half.
That does mean we averaged a little bit better than one every 2 weeks.
Well, let me tell you what's going to go down in this episode. We're going to talk about Hollow Knight SILKSONG, the long-awaited indie darling, finally coming out very soon.
Bing bang.
We're also going to talk about superhero movies. Are they back? We had Fantastic Four and James Gunn's Superman premiere this summer. It doesn't make us excited. Doesn't make us angry. Doesn't make us everything in between. Probably. We'll talk about it. And we'll also cover all the other announcements and things that have us excited from Gamescom and previous things that have happened over the summer. But Micah, I gotta know, what have you been playing?
Well, let's clarify quick for everyone who doesn't know why we were gone for so long.
Which is everyone.
Which is everyone. I moved.
You did.
I made a big move.
You did.
I bought a house, and I moved into it. It was a lot of work, a lot of construction work. I had to completely tear out a bathroom.
Yeah. Which
really,
was super fun.
Yeah, diving into my inner handyman. That's the end of that. We don't need to talk about my personal life.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, I was just thinking about stories because I was helping him out a bit with his house, and it was definitely, I mean, we're two young guys, you know, figuring stuff out.
Yeah. I drilled a hole into my roof, and then it started raining.
Yeah, I was watching it.
That was...
I was support. You know, it literally, like, as soon as you drilled through, it started pouring, and it was just the absolute worst. We love mold in our attics.
Yeah,
we love mold in our attics.
In my asbestos attics.
Yeah. So you'll have to go through the attic anyway.
Eventually, yeah.
Anyway, but that doesn't matter because clearly, in between all the construction, you've had time to play games.
Yeah, I played some. I am almost done with Crusader Kings now. I'm doing a lot of the extra side quests, but I'm like 3/4 of the way through the main quest. It's long. Like, I didn't realize how long it was until I was looking at some guides, and it's like, it's going to take you like 50 hours to just beat the game, not focusing on side quests.
All right.
So I was like, sheesh, okay.
Big game.
Yeah, and then the new DLC came out, I guess, in that time, and then the next DLC is coming out here next month.
Yeah, that guy announced at Gamescom.
Yeah. Well, they were pre-announced, so I bought the deluxe edition, which gets me access to all the DLCs before they come out.
Okay.
Not before they come out. I don't.
You
have to
get
buy
early
them.
access. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a part of the pass.
Yeah, it's a part of the pass
of the deluxe edition.
And then I've been playing League. I've been playing.
Ew, but yeah.
Battlefield 6.
Yes, the open beta.
Yep.
Dude, I was so sad. I was trying to get in, and then I realized I needed a code because I didn't research it all before getting in.
Week 1 was a code. Week 2 was open, but they had a massive queue. And then week 3, I finally got to play. So.
Great. You want to talk about that for a bit?
Sure, we can talk about that for a bit.
I mean, what's your history of Battlefield? I personally have played 4 a lot and 1.
I played 3, 4, 1... And
not
then
5.
I did not play 5.
Not 2042.
I played the beta for 2042. But it did not. I did not buy it.
So yeah. So for those that are not aware, Battlefield 6 has a lot of hype around it right now. People who've played the beta, and when I ask your opinion, I'm assuming you're gonna say similar things. Is that the game's really good?
It's really good. Like, as far as like bugs go, very little. I personally didn't encounter any bugs. Which, good.
Yeah, for a beta.
Yeah, unless you consider some of the ragdoll physics to be bugs, but honestly,
that's a feature.
As I was about to say, it feels more like a feature when you play it. No, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I played up to about level 20. So enough to get most of the main
they got like that class system still.
Classic class system though.
Okay.
Not the operator system or whatever junk they put in 2042.
I wouldn't know. But you also played the 2042 beta.
I did.
And when I was reading back on how people were talking about that game before it came out, and it seems to have a very similar hype cycle because in the beta and in the trailers, people were very excited for 2042.
Yep.
They pre-ordered a ton, and that's why there's a big blowback against pre-ordering right now against it.
I think the only difference is people when 2042 came out, there were a ton of bugs.
Okay.
But everyone was like, well, it's a beta. They'll be fixed. And they weren't fixed.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it makes me dream of what could have been. Because imagine like Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
Under like that.
This could bring something like that back.
I
never know.
With the Battlefront 2 resurgence and Battlefield 6, if you know that does as well as people think it's going to do. It has a in-game, basically mini Godot map editor. Which is crazy. It reminds me a lot of Halo Forge.
And it's really taken a shot at Call of Duty. So the beta was full of a lot of small maps.
Yeah, that was the one thing I heard that people were complaining about.
Yeah, I mean, Battlefield 6 creator essentially, like, he tweeted out and was basically like, look, we're trying to compete with Call of Duty. There are bigger maps, and they will be out on launch. This was for the beta.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's completely fair. And the numbers show it. They had more concurrent users on Steam than the peak Warzone has ever had. You know, the free Call of Duty that came out during COVID, like the peak time for it. And
it was over 500,000.
It was over 500,000 on Steam. That doesn't even include consoles.
Yeah.
Their initial numbers were over 5 million unique concurrent players.
5 mil for a beta is pretty huge.
It is. Sorry, not
and
concurrent.
How come I couldn't get in?
Well, yeah. I wasn't able to play week 2 simply because I got in on a Sunday right before it closed, and it was like, you have 400,000 in queue. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait till next week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, barring reviews, I'll probably pick it up. I'm excited. Like, I have very fond memories of Battlefield, especially 4 and 1.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that's more of a 3 and 4 kind of game.
It is.
Which makes me excited.
The destruction is very nice. The maps feel very different by the end of the game.
Okay.
Which is great.
Yeah. I mean, even in 1, which like I thought it was a good game, not like Battlefield 4 level, but Battlefield 1 didn't feel like the map changed that much. You know, there are trains and there are a couple events. Battlefield 4 though, had crazy events that happened midway through the game,
like the dam collapsing and
hurricanes and stuff like that. Oh, so if you know, it doesn't sound like there's things like that, but if the destruction is probably doing some of that for
and we'll see, because I think they're launching with 8 maps. 3 of them for sure are going to be large, a couple mediums and a couple smalls. Which isn't a huge map pool, but they said that's just for launch. They're planning on having many more.
Yeah.
But for having a game that took that many years to have 8 maps, I'm assuming it's mostly destructible terrain, because they have to plan most of that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
That's true.
The gun customization is exactly what you would want from a Battlefield game.
Yeah, the thing I've always struggled with Battlefield games, is that with Call of Duty, I have a very like easy path to like, all right, I'm going for dark matter.
Yeah.
In Call of Duty multiplayer, you know, I got these camos. With Battlefield, I feel like every game it changes, and it's a bit confusing for me on what like my goals are as I'm playing the game.
This one's fairly traditional. It's going to be unlock all your weapons, unlock all the attachments, and I don't know if they're going to have a cosmetic system. None of that was really in there.
You know, here's something that I found interesting, because I do not resonate with this opinion at all. Or I should say, I'm not for it, I'm not against it.
Yep.
But there has been a huge kind of movement, let's say, and people being like, you guys need to tone back the whimsy, tone back the fantastical cosmetics, elements, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the anti-Fortnite mentality.
Oh, is that what
it is? Because
when you frame it like that, it makes it a lot easier.
Well, it's because Warzone just released a Beavis and Butthead collab where you can unlock and play as Beavis and Butthead, and essentially it's trying to become more like Fortnite.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, we need less games becoming like Fortnite.
So where I fall on that is like, I still like cool skins.
Yeah.
I think it's fine if you don't want your collabs or like you want the art style of the game to stay consistent. I think that's a very valuable thing.
Absolutely. Like there's a new collab coming out for Helldivers 2 where they're collabing with Halo.
Halo 3.
Yeah. Like, so you get all the weapons and the armor, and it's to celebrate the launch of Helldivers 2 on Xbox.
And that's a great collab. That just fits so well. It's like, there's so many collabs that are definitely, you can tell are easy cash grabs, but that one, Like, that makes sense. They went for a Halo 3 specifically.
Yep.
Oh, it's just such a good idea.
So I'm all for it. I'm not against like collaborations in games. It's just when I don't like the whimsy style. Which, speaking of, the next Call of Duty game
2035 is when it's set.
is they're doing the thing where they do like not quite futuristic, but whatever. And
They're going for more Black Ops 2.
Yes.
But they can't say it's 2025 because it's 2025.
They spent a lot of time talking about the game and how they're pulling a step back from the craziness and stuff. And then I watched the trailer.
And then it's all machines.
It's like I don't know. It feels like mixed messaging to me.
Am I the only one who feels like it's way too soon for Black Ops 7?
No, I feel the same way.
Like, you know, I guess when there were other CODs to insert in between the Black Ops games and, you know, back in the classics, you know, it felt like Black Ops was like huge and like, oh, you know, you had time to simmer with it from like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. This one literally, it's like what, a year?
Yeah, Black Ops 6 was not long ago.
I believe it was a year. I played a lot of I played a lot of Black Ops 6, and I actually really liked Black Ops 6. I don't want to spend another $70 on Black Ops 7.
I know.
They're getting me back. Of course, you know, I see what they're doing. You know, for zombies, they're like, oh, we're bringing back the OG characters. Which I'm like, I might. That's intriguing.
I know, but they keep promising things, man. Like, I bought 6 to play zombies and play the game, and it was a lot of fun. But you can't now be like, see, we didn't give you everything you wanted last time.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. I feel like these DLC cycles should be longer.
You know? Yeah, which is wild to say when it's like DLC cycles I feel is quite a problem, but at least here it's like,
well, so at least for Call of Duty, I feel like, well, if you don't have a long DLC cycle nowadays, when a game launches, it's like, hey, we're gonna do the second half of the game through DLC and updates later.
Yeah.
But when you launch the next game the year after, it feels very disingenuous.
Frankly, I hope it flops.
Sure.
I hope it does.
I hope it flops too.
I hope Battlefield 6 gets all of it, and Battlefield 6 so far isn't going to have a battle pass, isn't going to have microtransactions. Well,
it's going to have microtransactions. It's going to have
microtransactions, but not.
Hey, remember, it's EA.
Yeah.
This is EA we're talking about.
But if they just make the game like they ended up making Battlefront 2, it'll be great.
Do you remember Battlefront 2's launch?
Yeah, on launch, but make Battlefield 6 the way Battlefront 2 is now, and we'll be golden.
It's very easy to say that.
So far, it's what they're promising.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing a lot of games recently. I finished Expedition 33.
Nice.
I've been getting into this board game called Root.
Yes.
A lot. I have the digital version and I play the physical version with friends. Really, probably my favorite board game of all time now.
Nice.
So
I need to play more of it.
Yeah. You raised an eyebrow there, like there's a feeling behind that. But I'll let it slide for now. And I played and beat Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Switch 2.
Oh, already?
Well, the game came out over a month ago.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was a longer game. Am I wrong?
I mean, I have 25, 30 hours in it.
Okay, well, fair enough.
So, but I've been sad because we haven't been able to record during the Donkey Kong kind of hype train and release, because it's got like Game of the Year contender scores.
I've seen some gameplay, but you've played it. So how do you feel about that perception?
I think, just to be straight up, I think Bonanza is an all-timer.
Yeah.
I think people are going to be talking about it the same way they talk about Mario Odyssey or Galaxy or the original Donkey Kong Country games and stuff like that.
Does it stack up to Expedition 33?
For Game of the Year?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I see, because my prediction is that Expedition 33 will win, like just because of the underdog story and all that.
Yeah.
In terms of what game I think deserves Game of the Year, that's pretty tough for me right now. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, once I finish Kingdom Come Deliverance, which I'm hoping to finish here in the next month or two, I want to go through and finish Expedition 33. I played a lot of it, but I haven't played my own campaign, unfortunately. So I want to do that, and then I'll have to play some Donkey Kong, but I don't have a Switch 2, so I'm not gonna.
I mean, the big thing about
play
Donkey
through
Kong is that it's really fun, and I appreciate this about every Nintendo game is that they just focus so much on the gameplay. Like just walking around is fun. The whole gimmick is you can break everything basically, and the way that they have, I think it's like the voxel. They call it like the voxel technology or something like that. Or like how they break apart the train and all that. It feels really freaking good. Like so good. And it's super fun. They get super creative with all the concepts. It's like a great platformer.
Yeah.
There's not really a but after that.
Oh, that's good.
It's literally, I think it's an all-timer. It's not in my personal favorites, I guess, but I like game recognizes game.
Yeah,
basically.
absolutely.
You know, I see that and I'm like, yep. That's the reason why it came out within a month of the Switch 2 launch, basically.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm surprised it still didn't launch with it, but
yeah, you know, the whole launch like kind of system they're doing, it seems very shoddy from Nintendo, which is pretty crazy because
shoddy and expensive.
I mean, it's $70.
That's too much.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that about all the games, though.
I do say it about all
I
the
know,
games.
exactly. But you bring it up like it's a point against Nintendo.
It is a point against Nintendo.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can bring up Mario Kart, sure. Donkey Kong is worth $70.
Should Donkey Kong have been 80 and Mario Kart be 70?
I don't think either of them should
if
be
you
80.
flip them around, would they have received less backlash?
No, not at all.
Okay, I'm just checking.
If they should have stayed at 70 for Mario Kart 2. You know?
Is Mario Kart still 80?
Physically.
That's dumb. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's crazy. Especially, yeah. They haven't done any like new content for it either, which is insane too. But Nintendo's kind of been radio silent.
Yeah.
Since but not I shouldn't say they have been radio silent. They have done these small projects. They've done presentations.
Yeah.
They had a partner showcase, which didn't show too much in my opinion. They had an indie world, which didn't show too much in my opinion. And then they had a Kirby Air Riders Direct, which I was going to buy anyway, so I don't care. I'm buying it. Whatever. It looks great. It looks awesome. It's a cult classic. Nostalgia. I played it in my childhood. I'm buying it. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. But there are games like Metroid Prime 4, which don't have a release date yet. We didn't see anything from them in June, which is typically like a big news month for Nintendo.
Yeah.
So it's literally been since April, we've gotten just the trickle of games we've gotten from that. But we don't have anything past the winter to look forward to. We don't know when like 2 major games are releasing. And even the way that they're presenting the release dates, it's not like a part of the presentation. It's like an after thing, like if flashes the release date at the end.
Yeah.
When beforehand, they would include it in the presentation, like, oh, Smash Brothers Ultimate comes out on this date, and that's a big, it's a big part of the presentation.
Yep.
It's revealing when the game comes out, and they haven't been doing that, which makes me question,
if they're ready.
Yeah. I know that the getting dev kits out in particular was a real bad thing for them. Like for example, they just had Elden Ring at Gamescom. Horrible port. But because it's FromSoft, I'm not too surprised.
Yeah.
Their PS4 and Xbox One versions of Elden Ring also ran like trash. Their Dark Souls 1, when it first came out, Blighttown, ran like trash. Dark Souls 2 ran like trash on release. It's not excusable. I'm not surprised. That's all I'm saying by that. But there are games that run great on the Switch 2, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Basically runs perfectly. There's a little bit of dithering in the hair. But besides that, it runs perfectly on the Switch 2. And they're releasing like a bunch of games alongside like next-gen consoles, like this game called Chronos. I'm not personally interested in it. Third-person survival horror shooter sort of game.
Yep.
But apparently that runs really well on the Switch. And the games look really good. So I'm not like doubting the hardware. I'm just doubting like, man, I think not that they should have waited to release. I think they should have like really nailed down these production schedules.
Yeah.
Or their marketing, either or, whatever needed nailing down, they should have nailed it down because right now it seems like they're giving us just enough and just enough and just enough.
Similar topic, but not quite on topic. The announcement of the new handheld from Xbox.
Yeah, the ROG Xbox Ally.
The price on that is kind of crazy.
Oh, I don't know the
What'd they
price. Let me
say?
guess. Let me guess. I don't know the price.
I'm gonna pull it up
900.
officially.
I'm going 900.
I don't think it was quite 900
because I think that's what the Ally X is.
It was 8 something, I think.
Okay. I mean, that's still like, to me, that's surprising. It's surprising that Xbox is going for that kind of price.
$899.99. So
yeah, so 900.
Yeah,
900. Boom, right on the money. That's surprising to me.
It's really pricey
for an Xbox thing. Like Xbox is more of like
it's supposed to be more consumer friendly,
consumer, like easy to get into kind of device. That's what the Xbox Series S is.
Yep.
Like, I think it's fine if they go a bit higher, but that's
$900 is a bit wild to me because, I mean, unless there's some insider pricing that I don't know about, like whenever Valve releases a Steam Deck 2, I can't imagine it's going to be priced that way. I mean, it could be.
It could be.
It certainly could be. But it's just like $1,000. I spent that much for a excellent gaming laptop back in the day.
Yeah, I just spent $1,100 to get my wife a new PC.
Yeah,
with a 50 series and a good CPU.
Yeah,
and 32 gigs of RAM.
Like, I get it's handheld, right? But go buy a laptop. I don't know.
I don't know all the internal specs in it.
Yeah.
Because even from the handheld market, if you're going to go that premium, you might as well like get something like the AYN devices, because those are $200, $300 less. But honestly, the optimization for handhelds are not even there yet. So you're going to get a similar performance from that ROG Xbox Ally, unless they got some software stuff going on. From what I understand, it's a Windows device and it can run Steam OS.
Yep.
So that's my understanding of it.
Yes, there's some proprietary because it's meant to also run console versions of Xbox games. So there's some proprietary hardware that's letting them do that.
See, I could see that helping out a lot with optimization.
Yeah. So essentially, it should run Xbox games better than an Xbox should. Well, not latest gen, but I think it's really interesting in a lot of ways because it's like PlayStation hasn't announced a PS6 yet. Xbox announcing this with Steam, not Steam, the
ROG.
Switch 2.
Oh,
there
yeah,
we go.
Switch 2.
So we are very much like Xbox Series X/S and PlayStation 5 are definitely becoming last gen. Sony hasn't announced their, competitor yet.
Which is, it's crazy that we're going on the next gen when I feel like this gen is just getting started.
6 years is now.
It's 6 years, but how many games do we have?
I think PlayStation had it rough because they didn't release a whole lot. But I think the trouble is, as PC players, we just always we
get everything
next gen, you know? And so you got to look at it through Xbox's eyes, and it's like, games are getting a little harder to run on the Xbox Series S/X. Well, the S, same with the timeline is really interesting because it definitely feels like GTA 6 must have known because it's launching right after the updated console stuff for Xbox and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. It feels like they knew that they're trying to launch on a next gen console. And likely Sony will have something in the works, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, it's hard to. I don't know. It's hard to go back to console. Like literally, I can't ever see myself getting a PlayStation or an Xbox, especially now that PlayStation stuff's coming to PC after a year.
Yep.
And Xbox and Sony are collabing. It feels like the end of the console wars.
Yeah, the wild thing is just the pricing, right? Like, once a console is as pricey as a computer, why buy a console?
Well, because you're looking at a handheld PC.
Well, that's different.
But I think that's what they're trying. That's the market they're trying to get into.
I know, but even the PlayStation 5 Pro was a crazy amount of money. Like you could buy a PC for that money.
Well, that's why it's a Pro. It's a they're trying to bring it as even more luxury. The box is. I think the box is like black and blue versus white and blue.
Buy a PC.
Listen, I'm with you. I agree.
I know.
I think a PC is the overall better investment.
Yeah,
sure.
like back in the day when I had a laptop, there were definitely times when I was like, I would love a console just to sit down on my couch and, play some on the TV. But
I mean, now, like, I got my mini PC. Like, I've shown off on a different episode of the pod, and it's literally like I just stream my Steam games from my computer up to my mini PC, and I can get that console experience.
And I've seen plenty of people like, well, a console, you put discs in and stuff, so you don't need the internet. That's going away too now. So
I think the best like pro for a console is that you don't need to know anything. You literally can just plug and play.
Yep.
It's like I'm busy doing 60 hours a week at work.
I know.
I need to just have something to plug in.
We're
play.
getting there with PCs too, right? Go buy any open box from Micro Center or NZXT or Starforge or whatever, right? And it will come where you just plug it into your monitor. Your PC works.
Yeah, but people might want that experience for a TV.
Plug it into your TV. It works.
Yeah, but then you need a space for your like keyboard and mouse and all that.
Yeah, I get it. But
there's an audience. Yeah. There's definitely still an audience. Xboxes and PlayStations are still being bought.
It just feels weird that they're trying to become a PC optimized for a TV rather than being a console.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're over 50% of the market now.
Yep.
So they got to get into PC somehow.
Yep.
So I don't know. I see it as I understand what they're doing, but man, when I think of the ROG Xbox Alley, you know what I think of? SILKSONG, because that was the game they showed. And guys, the doubters, they need to win every single time.
Announcement date. Did that come out today?
It came out today.
That's right.
Believers, they just need to win once. And today,
diamond hands, baby.
We've won. September 4th.
I kept saying it'd be this year.
2025.
I've also said that for
I'm sure you've said that in many
years
previous. Ever since in 2022 where Xbox was like, oh yeah, it's coming out this year. I've always been like, oh, so it's coming out soon in my head. But it's just so much cope after cope after cope.
7 years and it's here, baby.
It's almost
gameplay looks banging.
It looks awesome. So I was really interested in why it took so long. And thankfully they Jason Schreier posted an article, but I believe Team Cherry's marketing guy also did a little thing on it on why it took so long. You would imagine with a 7-year indie game cycle.
Yeah.
Right? Just first off, when I just say that, like I was prepared coming into this morning being like, oh, it took them 7 years. What's the difference between indie devs and successful indie devs and freaking AAA when they like, why am I supposed to trust their release schedules or like anything that they announce when it's going to take forever, it's going to be garbage or blah, 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 you know? And, but I heard the story and I'm like, I have a real hard time not being happy about it. Okay. So
I have not heard this story. So please tell me.
The reason why. Well, it's 3 reasons, basically. The reason why SILKSONG took 7 years. The team is only 3 people, number 1.
Yeah.
And they won't hire contractors.
Good for them.
Which relates to number 3. Number 2 is that they kept fleshing it out, basically. They kept, they had big ideas for the game. And, every time they had a big idea, they had to, or let's say a new level of polish, just like, oh, we're going to add this to some of our textures, or, oh, we need to add an enemy that does that reacts differently to X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
They see that and, it's like painting a room in your house. Like, oh, now the rest of my rooms need to be painted.
Yeah.
So they go back and polish everything else. They're perfectionists.
Yeah.
And the reason why number 2 and number 1 exist is because of number 3, which is they kept just having fun making the game, which is why they just didn't stop making it. That's the reason. The reason is that the devs enjoyed making the game so much. They're not online. They don't go on social media. They don't know. They're in their cave tinkering with their toys.
You're telling me they didn't know?
I mean, I'm sure they had friends come by and be like, "Oh, people are waiting for the game," but they didn't visit the SILKSONG subreddit. They didn't hear the global outcry, the screams, the riots, every single Nintendo Direct, every single E3, every single every single Game Awards of just like, where's SILKSONG? Where's SILKSONG? They didn't see. They were just in their cave trying to perfect their toy.
Some serious incel behavior. Hate to say it.
But they were literally doing it.
That's great.
For the love of the game.
You know, if it's a great game, I'll believe
They
it.
didn't want to stop making it. They're making DLC. They're like, yeah, we already got it already, but we're already working on the DLC in 2035 probably. You know, it's
well, you know, I'm still hyped. I'm still excited.
Oh no, it does. No, if anything, it increases my confidence in the game.
It's just so wild that they'd be like, yeah, it took so long because we were just trying so hard.
That's why we were having so much fun drafting up season 2 of Broadboys.
Yep.
That we just forgot to post. We were just busy, you know, talking to each other, theory crafting different bits.
Forgot to record things.
Yeah, we just, you know, we felt like we just wanted an episode that completely aligned with our vision. You know, and honestly, I respect that. They're multimillionaires. They don't have a time pressure from a big company to get a release date. It's literally just they're just going to craft and polish, and polish, new idea, polish, new idea, polish.
Do you think they were doing drugs too? You got to be a little crazy, a little bit on drugs to just do that.
I mean, they were just so prioritized with like their work-life balance and making sure they were enjoying themselves. They didn't hire anyone else, so it was just 3 people just slowly, leisurely, let's say.
Leisurely.
Making the game that they wanted to make. Now,
I hope it's great. I hope they make millions.
it's going to be great. That's my opinion. The funny part is that it's going to come out with no reviews. Yeah. Which has some people like raising eyebrows. They're like, the only reason why they wouldn't launch it without reviews is because it's bad. I was like, no. After reading that article, I was like, they're maniacs. They don't care. They're done. They made it. They made Hollow Knight, which sold 15 million copies, 2.8 at the time that SILKSONG was announced, and this mythos of just this unspeakable hornet-shaped figure looming over everything. The devs are radio silent. There's no update at all. They could be dead. But no, they're in their cave working day after day, loving what they do.
The SILKSONG Goon Cave.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we get the crust.
Yeah.
Finally. So that's just a crazy story to me. I just can't like it's hopeful, you know, it's like it's kind of a feel good story. But then it's like there's years.
You know what it feels like to me? It feels like these doujin writers in Japan who like never leave their house, and then eventually one of their things goes really big and they're just like some crusty dude who hasn't left their house in 6 years, and all of a sudden he's a millionaire. And it's like that's what this is.
Yeah, I mean they're just sticking to the craft. That's what they like.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know. I haven't met them personally. I don't know what their hygiene levels are like.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure they're fine.
They probably don't stink that bad.
I mean, considering they're not online, they probably stink a lot less than most people.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Especially in the SILKSONG community. So I think they're doing okay.
Yeah.
I think it's more just like it's crazy to not even just take that long, but just to not say anything about it. And that's the reason why it's not like, oh, we had like a very volatile scheduling thing going on. Like we just didn't know and we couldn't say anything. It's like, oh, we just didn't care. We just wanted to make the stuff. You know, we didn't care about the public or the PR or whatever. It's like,
well, I've speculated a lot about SILKSONG, and so I'm kind of happy it's coming out. I'm excited to play it. Let's see what I can do with it. And yeah.
It's going to be fun.
I'm so excited. You know what else looks like fun? Lego Batman.
Oh, yes.
There wasn't a whole lot of gameplay from it, but it looks like a very solid Lego game.
It looks like an Arkham game, but they just turned Lego.
It's Lego.
And it sounds like, from what I saw, they're pulling from a lot of different movies and the animated series and the DC animated universe and stuff like that. So that makes me happy.
It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be another great Lego game.
Yeah. What's the last good Lego game?
The trouble is I think Star Wars Saga,
Skywalker Saga.
And that Skywalker Saga was fun.
I thought it was fun.
It was fun. It just follows a really crummy storyline. So
Well,
they did the best with what they had.
Third of the game followed. Yeah, I thought it was still fun.
It was fun.
Granted, I didn't get past episode 7.
Oh,
when I played Skywalker Saga.
that's completely fair. The other ones are not as fun.
Yeah,
because they have Casino one is kind of lame.
Okay.
Honestly, it follows the movies, and the movies were kind of lame. So.
Okay. Yeah, movies. We know what movies we got to talk about.
Superman by the James Gunn.
Yeah, the DC universe.
The Gunnerverse.
We're starting it.
The Gunnerverse.
We're starting it. The DC universe. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too.
There's some levels of comedy I'm not there for.
Okay.
It's okay. I think as long as he cones it back just a tiny bit, we'll be there.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had to summarize the Superman movie, I think it's a undercover plot for James Gunn to make the terrific series he wants to make. Because he was glazing Mr. Terrific.
Probably.
And Mr. Terrific was pretty cool in that movie.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that Superman was the Superman of the comic books.
You know that, what's his name, the actor who does Superman? I don't remember, but Superman voiced, is it the Bavarian? What's the name?
Yeah, the Hammer of Baravia.
Yeah, the Hammer of Baravia.
Yeah.
He voiced him.
Yeah.
It's so
it
funny.
makes sense why.
Yeah.
So, spoilers if you haven't seen Superman. The Hammer of Baravia is just Superman's clone or whatever.
It is just super funny.
Yeah, but I saw the clip of him doing that. I think that, even if you don't agree with some parts of the movie, I know some people that disagree heavily with like the Jor-El stuff where like, oh, the Kryptons actually do want Superman to conquer. I think we need to wait until Supergirl to see.
Yeah.
I think that could be Brainiac. That could be Zod. We don't know.
Yeah. I think it set up a very good, fun, lighthearted
universe.
Yeah.
I loved all the side characters. I think Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner was awesome.
Yeah.
I liked Hawk Girl. I liked Mr. Terrific. All the side characters were great.
I hate to say, I think Nathan Fillion was wasted in the role, but whatever.
What would you rather him do?
Any primary lead. I think he deserves to be lead in something.
What
Please.
if there's a Guy Gardner thing? That'd be awesome.
I hope so. Like, that man has so much charisma, so much talent to be wasted on TV shows and side characters.
Hey, he's going to be a side character in the Lanterns TV show. That's what you get.
Give him a primary role, please.
It'd be fun. I would love to see Guy Gardner be like kind of the sketchy cop
guy.
So I think that'd be a fun little thing.
But on the topic of superhero movies.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Before we get there, should we rate the Superman movie?
Yeah. What do we do? What's our rating system? I don't think we've ever had to rate something on the show before.
How about where does it fall between Batman v Superman and why can't I think of what the Batman movie, the Superman movie was?
Oh, the Superman movie?
Yeah.
The really good one? Wait, what are we talking about? Man of Steel?
Yeah, Man of Steel. I like Man of Steel a lot.
Oh, okay. Do you think this one was better than... No, actually, let's rate it first.
Okay.
So we're doing it between two movies. That's how we're rating this? Let's just do it out of 4.
Out of 4?
Out of 4? Out of 4.
Okay.
Because I think people rate everything out of 4 anyway.
Okay.
And they just group the numbers into the categories.
Okay. That's fair.
2 is average, in case you were wondering.
Okay. I have a number.
You can do decimals if you really want.
I have a number.
Great.
3, 2, 1.
3.7. Okay.
That's close-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close to 2.7.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you said you didn't like some comedy aspects of it.
Yeah, I think there's a level of trying to be like Guardians of the Galaxy that doesn't fit in a Superman film.
I see people say that, but I just think that's how James Gunn makes movies.
Yeah, and he should stop. I hate to say it, but maybe he should stop that part.
Which part? Like, I like the way that he uses sound. I think.
No, I know. I like his films. I don't like the comedy writing style because he does the same type for every film he makes, and sometimes it isn't deserved. Not even deserved.
Okay.
It shouldn't. It doesn't belong. Like,
okay, you have a specific moment you're thinking.
can't think of a specific one. It's a feeling. It's a feeling I had.
Sure. I see. It didn't bother me because other people have made that comment before. It didn't bother me as much as other people, for sure.
There were things I liked. I think they implemented Superdog very well.
Yeah.
You know, it could very well get out of hand and just be a cringe thing. I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
I thought Luther was an absolute D1 hater, and I think he was great. The one part of the movie I'd say I really didn't like is the speech at the end where he's telling Lex, you know, I'm a human. I think that, and see, I was saying before the movie came out, like, oh, Snyder was all about God amongst men.
Yep.
Gunn is going to go, he's a human who happens to be a god, you know, and he did go that way. But the thing I think makes that message powerful to an audience is not him saying, I'm a human, I'm a human, I'm a human. I think other people in that universe need to recognize that he is a human. If that was like Lois reading the voiceover of a news article where they're saying like, oh, he's human, like that, I think that has a lot more impact than Superman being like, no, I'm human. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I have feelings. You hurt my feelings, which, you know, I think is important. But I think it shouldn't have been him to say that.
Yeah.
It should have been someone else.
Yeah.
But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I think it's a very enjoyable
It's very
movie.
fun, very enjoyable, but lighthearted. Yeah. You know what other superhero movie came out that was really enjoyable? Fantastic Four. That one, unfortunately, I have not seen.
Aw.
I know.
That's too bad.
I know.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I thought it was also good. I thought it was worse than Superman.
Okay.
And Fantastic Four left me with nothing to think about at the end versus Superman left me with a lot to think about at the end.
That's fair. I have heard a lot of people say this is the most solid Marvel movie for a while.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Thunderbolts came out, you know, so that.
Yeah, but that one was kind of mid.
No, it wasn't.
In my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, I don't know. It felt, I don't know. I didn't like it.
Okay,
but I guess
that's fine.
Just me.
I think it's fine not to like it. I think it was a lot better made than all the other slop.
Hold on. Let me clarify why I didn't like it. I don't like the characters.
Sure, yeah, and if you don't like the characters, that's kind of what the whole movie's about. I think that's the problem.
Is everyone except
Bucky
and the freaking red communist. Why can't I think of his name?
Oh, I don't remember his name either right now.
Yeah, those are the only two that I like.
Okay.
Out of the whole film, everyone else is insufferable. I hate listening to them talk. They are incredibly stupid. And you're telling me these are the new Avengers?
That part was funny.
They
should, you know, and it didn't flop, but it definitely did not make a return on investment. They should have changed the name 2 or 3 more times.
Yeah,
to get people to, you know, really get back in theaters.
It really irks me that I hate the band campy vibe of most of like recent Marvel movies.
Okay.
And that one really hit home for me, where it's like some characters, it makes sense. They're not intelligent. They kind of bumble around. It's like Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Where his stupidity is endearing. There are some characters who are supposed to be smart and team leaders, like the Russian girl. I can't think of her name.
Oh,
and she's stupid.
Starts with a Y.
Yeah, she's stupid. She can't formulate a good plan. She doesn't lead well. She's insufferable to listen to. Pretentious. It's like a mini version of Captain Marvel.
That's funny. I mean, I didn't feel that way watching it, and I didn't like Captain Marvel that much. So it's interesting to hear that perspective. But I think, yeah, I don't know, but I don't have much to say about Thunderbolts.
But you are right. The production value, really, really good.
And I thought it was, at least if you don't like the characters, that's, you know, you're not going to like the movie.
Yeah.
But I do think that the vision and like the way it was made, and honestly the pacing and like tone of the story was a lot different and stood out and made it more of a highlight of Marvel in the past 4 years.
They're trying to turn it around.
Which is good.
It's good.
It's good that they're trying to turn it around because they recognize that there's something there.
They need to kill off a lot of characters, not recast, but...
Yeah, and that's what Secret Wars is going to be for.
I hope so.
Dude, all right. Yeah, so Fantastic Four, like, I love Galactus. I think the characters, there should have been more Thing. There wasn't enough Thing.
Interesting.
In my opinion.
I've seen a lot of clips. I just haven't seen it.
There's not a lot of Thing. That's all I gotta say. That made me sad. But I think Johnny was done well. Galactus was awesome, but just didn't leave me feeling like I didn't have anything to like think about, or not that it needs to be thought provoking, or to be like, I don't know. It's like Superman was like, and I watched it pretty soon after I watched Superman. It was like Superman was like, oh, I can think about like all these. I can be excited for universe again.
Yeah.
And Fantastic Four is like, it's set in a separate Earth.
Yeah, it's pretty standalone.
And there wasn't like a tie-in to anything, which is fine. If anything, I think there needs to be more standalone stories.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it didn't have weight to it. I think that's like none of the story or moments really felt like it had a ton of weight to it.
Yeah.
Even like the end, the climax, I was like, comparatively to how Galactus in comic books, he doesn't really show a lot of what he can do. He's just kind of a big man, and he walks around.
Yeah.
And even like, oh, he devours a planet. Well, like, but it's kind of a spaceship. That's not even him. You don't see him like eat it, you know? So I wanted to see more of Galactus being crazy and cool. We didn't even get a lot of Silver Surfer. Not a lot of powers, actually, in that movie to begin with. But it is like a 7 out of 10 and the best Fantastic Four movie that's ever come out.
Oh, okay.
Not even close.
That's good.
Best Fantastic Four movie. Finally, they get something good. Fantastic Four is a great team.
They deserve it.
They deserve even better movie than this one.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal, I don't know why they cast. Well, I know why they cast him. I don't think they needed him to be Mr. Fantastic.
I still think it should have been John Krasinski.
Yeah, I think so too. That would have been awesome.
Like he was there. It
was all there.
Yeah, he's been he's been Mr. Fantastic already, and people liked him.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
What else did we have to talk about?
No, I mean that was mainly what I was slated to do. The last thing I want to do is I want to give a pitch of the week.
Yes,
we're back to pitch.
You said a game name earlier, and I had no clue what it was.
Yeah.
So
Micah has no idea what this game is.
Pitch it to me.
I'm doing a world's first, and I'm going to load up the trailer for Micah to watch while I pitch the game.
Okay.
So this game, for everyone in the audience, you're just going to need to use your imagination or pull up a video alongside. Don't click off this one, though, if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
But basically, imagine Half-Life 1 style graphics combined with a multiplayer survival game combined with monsters like SCP.
Okay.
And that's the game.
Okay.
For the most part. It launched with 25,000 positive reviews, making it overwhelmingly positive on Steam. I've played it for about 10 hours with a friend and solo. The gameplay is really good. All right, you're shaking your head. What's going on?
There's a freaking like mech suit.
Yeah. But so basically, you're kind of like Half-Life. You're the scientist. You're inside this facility, and all interdimensional portals, very Half-Life-y.
Oh yeah.
And you go through different sections of this facility, and different portals are there.
Fantasy. Okay.
It's more sci-fi than fantasy.
Sorry, yeah, sci-fi. That's what I meant.
You get crafting materials from inside the facility. You get crafting materials from going into these different portals, and you upgrade and you make there's a lot of like inventions because they're scientists. So it's like you think of kind of like your crafting idea. So like, a launcher, you can make a launcher for different things. You can make different gadgets and stuff like that, different teleporting and teleporters and stuff like that. So it's really fun. It is really fun.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like I think it's $25. It's my pitch that you should play it.
Yeah.
I think that the audience, you guys should play it. It's a great, if you're into survival crafting games, if you like Half-Life 1, or if you're a fan of SCP monsters.
Is there a full narrative that you're walking through?
Yeah. So it's it does have like an ending, and there is like kind of like different areas of the facility you're going through. As you're going through the facility, you need to like craft bases kind of out of these old rooms and offices, and then there'll be points where like raids will happen, and you'll need to like defend your base and stuff like that, or else they'll destroy your stuff and like make you have to go somewhere else and stuff like that. There's different when you start a game. There's like class systems, so you have different perks. There's cooking, there's gardening, there's engineering, inventing, stuff like that.
Okay.
So
How many players?
you could do up to, actually, I don't know. I think it's up to 8.
Sheesh.
So if not, it's 4. But
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 8, like just off the top of my head.
And name is?
Abiotic Factor.
Abiotic Factor.
Abiotic Factor.
Okay.
And that's my pitch of the week.
I feel pretty sold with that pitch. I might have to try it. For $25, I mean.
It's a good time.
Yeah, why
It's a
wouldn't
really
I?
good time. And it's very was it the humor, there's some humor in the game because like your characters talk like nerds. They're
Okay.
like, I'm feeling positively Siberian, and stuff like that, like when they're cold and stuff like that.
Okay.
So there's a charm to it. There's a charm. It feels very much like Half-Life 1. I don't know when's the last time you played Half-Life 1, but it feels very much like Half-Life 1 in the like aesthetic and like the NPCs and the characters and stuff like that feel very much like that. But the monsters are intriguing, which is also good. They're, you get different lore and you interact with them in different ways. Here's an interaction for you. Here's an interaction for you in the early game that got me really hooked on the game. So there's a lot of different ways you can like explore. One of them is you can look through old emails.
Okay.
Right? And so I found an old email and I was just glancing. I'm not like really detail reading everything, but the tagline of the email is like, looting the bots basically. And so there's these security bots which like help you defend against raids that just wander around, right?
Okay.
So this guy was like, I think I might like, kill this robot to get their battery to like hack into the next security level, right? So I was able to get into spots early because I found out, I can kill these robots to get a part to make a door hacker to get into these other areas early. And so that was something just from exploring beyond like, what's there on the main path. It gave me the freedom to be able, and that felt really good to be like, I got like all this extra gear, some like plated armor and stuff that I wouldn't have gotten unless it was like way further down the game.
Huh. Cool.
So like that was just something that was available to me like from the get-go because like, I learned like, it's a lot like games have a lot of those moments like you're playing through for the first time where it's like, you go through a hole and it's a whole new area, or there's a secret boss down here. And Abiotic Factor felt very rich in those moments. There's a lot of them.
Have you finished it?
I have not.
Okay.
It's apparently pretty long.
Okay.
So that's the thing. And schedule dependent with friends.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
But I have a solo playthrough going, and that's been going steady.
Okay.
So
I might have to give it a try.
I would recommend.
Awesome. Okay.
Great.
Cool.
Well, sweet.
Yeah.
Man, we're getting so good at this. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the episode. Please be sure to follow us on all of our socials. Watch the clips, like and subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. Still no Micah address yet been found. No one sent you any letters yet. Though now I got to change the address because you've moved. That's going to suck for whoever moves into your into your old apartment. Anyway, hopefully... Don't be that guy.
My mail's getting forwarded, so it's okay.
Oh, so we'll be fine anyway.
Yeah.
Feel free to send whatever you want to Micah's house. All right, you guys have a good one.
Bye.